Hey, how's it going? It's about 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, and I'm just kind of hanging out here at the light table. All day long, I've been filming stuff on this old camcorder that I decided to test out, and actually, it works great. So I started a video this morning, and I was doing my vlog on this, and I was very excited about it because I love retro camcorders and whatnot, and I just kind of wanted to see, what it looked like. I absolutely love these recorders. So as you guys can see, I filmed the entire vlog on this old camcorder. I went to the thrift store today. I filmed outside, and everything was looking really good. It was nice. It was sunny, and I just forgot to take one little thing into account. I have the Pinnacle Dazzle capture device that allows you to hook your computer up to it. And in the past, with the camcorders I have had, all you have to do is plug an AV cable into the camcorder, and then you plug the other side into the Pinnacle. But the problem here is this doesn't have that normal AV output. It's just the like a little thing, like a little port. So I looked around on the internet to see how much it would cost to get one of those cables, and it was like $7 or $8. And I'm thinking to myself, I want to sell this thing, and it would be cool to, get some video footage, but I'm not going to pay $7 or $8 to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell it online, and not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll just keep the tape, and maybe one day I'll get another camcorder that has the cable and everything. But it definitely works great. I would have loved to have taken the footage off, but I don't want to be buying cables and stuff because I'm just going to end up selling it anyway. So I ended up getting some items packed up today. The only thing I had were those items that I showed last night. It was like 3 or 4 items, a couple of records, some small stuff, nothing big. And then with the old camcorder, I actually filmed the process of me packing up that oven. And it was kind of a process, but I used a big box and I was able to get all the parts in there. I packed it all up. I took the dimensions. I weighed it. It's 15 pounds. And I listed it on eBay for $149.95 plus shipping. And I'll probably have to reduce the price, but I wanted to put it up for $150 right now for the weekend. And then we'll just break it down as needed until we get to the price it needs to be to sell. But before I did that, I told myself, if I can get that thing listed, if I can get it packed up and ready to go, I can go thrifting today, if I want to. So I decided after I got it packed up that I wanted to go thrifting. It was a nice day. I figured I'd go. It was still a little bit chilly. In fact, right now it's only 56 degrees at 4:05 p.m. But I was cool with that, I don't really mind the winter so much. The only problem is I really hate ice and snow because I don't want to crash my van. But anyway, I got to the thrift store at about 12:30, and initially I didn't find that much. I did run into Jimmy, though. If you guys remember, in one of my earlier videos, I talked about this guy that has been there for a while, and they kind of let him go in the back room and stuff. And I think he feels threatened by my presence. Like a lot of times I'll go in after he's been there for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and I'll just start filling my cart up with stuff. He's a reseller, but he's not a very good reseller, if that makes any sense. Or at least he doesn't buy the stuff I buy usually, but I'll buy stuff and he'll like he'll try to figure out like what is it, what am I buying? Like, how you can't make money on that. Yes, you can. But, I don't try to teach or whatever when I'm at the thrift store. I'm working. So, anyway, he saw me walking around, and he came up to me. He's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I saw he had this, like, box in his hand, this, like, Mickey Mouse box. And I'm like, that looks kind of cool. What is that? He's like, oh, it's an old cassette tape set for Mickey Mouse tape set. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I probably would have got that, too. Good for you, man. He's like, yeah, it's my second time in here today. I've already been in here once, and I got a bunch of Nintendo stuff, like a Super Nintendo and N64 and games. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, dude, that's pretty hot, man. So I would love to have that. You know what he said? And he said, well, I get to go in the back since I'm friends with the employees, and they let me in the back, and I get to choose what I want. I know about him going in the back. And you know what I said? And I responded by saying, I'm working on getting in the back too. And he said, well, good luck with that. I've known them for 15 years, which is a complete lie anyway, because Janet hasn't even been working there for like 15 years. I don't even think she's been working there for 5. But I just told him, hey, you can't stop trying, right? So a little later, one of the thrift store employees was working, putting some books and stuff up, and I kind of said, hey, did you see, like, and I was curious. I wanted to know if there was really a Nintendo in here today. Because the guy seems like a little bit, like he could be a little bit dishonest, like a little shisty, kind of. But I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, like, why would you, why would you try to, like, brag or be boastful or whatever? Anyway, I asked, and she said, I didn't see anything like that. I said, okay, because I was just curious, because that guy was telling me he gets to go back there and just choose what he wants to get and stuff, and he got some cool stuff, like a Nintendo and everything today. And she's like, and she knows it, but she's like, I don't know why he would have said that. But anyway, about half an hour later, Janet comes up to me and says, hey, I heard you met somebody today. I'm thinking, who did I meet? She's like, Jimmy. I'm like, Jimmy? She said, the guy said he got some Nintendos. I said, yeah, he was telling me about he got some Nintendos today and he gets to go back and look at them and stuff. Well, she said he goes back sometimes, but he doesn't, like, get them free. Like, he can point something out and we'll price it for him and everything. It's almost like she was trying to smooth it out. And I told her, I said, listen, Janet, I'm not upset at all. I said, I understand that I'm an outsider, okay? I've only been here like 6 months or a year coming here to the store. And look, I don't know what the situation is. You guys could be friends. You could be your cousin, your nephew. I don't know. I said, I'm not worried about it. I said, I know you don't save stuff for people. And it's no big deal. I said, I'm not mad about it. And I guess she was relieved when I said that, but I just wanted to let her know I'm not mad about it. I told her, I said, you know what? I said, don't bring it up to him. I said, don't bring it up to anybody. I said, just forget about it. Just don't even speak another word about it. I said, I know that there's people out there that don't like, my presence here. But I'm going to be here because that's what I do. I find stuff to sell online. It's how I make my living. But she was telling me that, like, sometimes, like, she'll give him a deal or something, and he'll bring it over to the consignment store that's right next to it. And he'll tell her, like, hey, I bought this item from you for 10 and sold it for 200 over here. And she'll be like, don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that, I'm thinking, like, why would you do that? Guys, I really, honestly, I don't mean to be making fun of him, but I think he might be just a little bit on the slow side. And I'm not trying to be, making fun of him or hurtful or anything, but I don't think he completely thinks it out all the way. But anyway, it's all good though, guys. I've had enemies in this business for as long as I've been doing it, and I've always managed to survive them. So that was the little bit of a thrift store drama today. Let me show you what I did find at the thrift store, which wasn't that much actually, but it was something. I found this little Servin Savin Rubbermaid container. It was 25 cents with discount. It was probably about 20 cents or 22.5 cents. But I usually sell those for about $13. I got this little Sunbeam vintage massager. It's very vintage. And some people think these are like adult toys. They're not. But it's called the Sunbeam Infrared, and I got it for $3.40, and they sell for about $30 plus shipping, so I should be able to make $30 plus shipping. And then the last thing I picked up over at the thrift store today was this game called 5 Straight. I have absolutely no idea what this game is or was, but it just looked interesting, it looked vintage, and I wanted to know some more about it. On the back of the box, it tells you the instructions, how to play, and it tells me that it was made in Tarzana, California. It was made in 1968. So I just wanted to find out on eBay if these things have any value. And according to eBay, they seem to be selling for around $30 to $40. That seems to be the number I'd be concerned about right there, $39.97. So I think what I'll do tonight is take some photos of this thing and throw it up there for $39.97 because I want to give them a good deal. And that's all I found today, guys. I did not even go to more than a thrift. I just didn't feel like it. Yesterday I went there and I almost got into a little bit of a car accident out there. Lately it's been, the parking lot is very small and always full, so it's a little bit of a hassle. So these are the items that I found yesterday and today, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this stuff listed, and it'll be some money for next week. A lot of this stuff will take a while to sell. I understand that, and that's why I keep a very large inventory of items. I'm currently at around 530. I was at 700, but it seems like as soon as I list stuff, other stuff sells. So it's kind of hard for me to stay at the 700 area, but it's all good. I've got items to sell. Things sell pretty much every day. There's only a handful of days out of the year that I don't sell something. Usually, I would say it's under 5 days per year that I have zero sales. I just like to be listing stuff every day, or at least several times per week. And, I just like to keep it coming. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here and go take care of some business. And we'll talk to you guys soon.